Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, One Enlightened Diva, and I am Valerie. I hope you are doing well. I am doing well. Today, I wanted to share something with you. I can't say that it's a piece that I've created, but it is some truths that I wanted to share with you. And if you have the eyes to see and the ears to hear, then you'll be able to resonate with them, or they will awaken your soul. You see, the world as we know it is not what we think it is. When you think about the world, or when I think about it, it's like every single thing has been made to keep our vibrations down. Some people call it oppression. It's like whatever you want to call it. It's keeping the frequency down. It's people, those in the shadows, the powerless ones, those. They have been the ones that have kept the frequency down on the planet by using people, television, social media, division, racism, hatred, etc. And like any manipulator, they've done it so subtly that it was right up under our noses and we never realized that. This is what had been going on, or has been going on for a very long time, until now. This year, 2025, if you add that up, it's a 9. And if you know anything about numbers, you know the 9s represent endings. And there are a lot of endings that are happening, or really have been happening, but they're happening more and more. And when I say endings, I mean endings as it pertains to balancing the planet. I mean, those that were on top are on the bottom, and those that are on the bottom are rising to the top. That everything is being balanced out. And in order for that to happen, things have to end. And when I say things, I also mean not necessarily just things. I mean people that have manipulated the system or use the system to manipulate us. The narcissists, the ones in the shadows that always thought that they were going to remain in the shadows. But the light is casting the light is exposing the shadows. It's like those that have thrived in the shadows, pulling the strings. Well, now they can't remain in the shadows. They either have to come out of the corners or the light will expose them. So either which way, it's a win. Now, let me just say that the frequency of the planet is rising. And whatever is hidden is being revealed. Nothing hidden will be or will stay hidden. truths will come to light. We're in a season where everything is being unveiled, and every lie that's been told that has covered our eyes will be removed. And some people, even when faced with the truth, because we have been so stagnant and so comfortable, that we still won't believe the truth. You know, when something just comes and slaps you in your face, and you still say, "Oh no, that wasn't a slap. That was not a slap. That was just something that brushed against my cheek." It's like when the truths come, you have to be ready. Not be in denial, but be open to whatever it is that will be shown to you. Because the truth is hard to accept sometimes, but it's still the truth. So, those that are outcasted would be redeemed. So, in saying that, I'm just going to use Cat Williams and some other celebrities that, that the powers that be, or rather the powers that were, they tried to destroy him, and I'm just using him. They made it seem like he was on drugs, he was mental, he was crazy. You see, that's how the powers that were work. And let me just say this, that these things that I'm speaking of, they don't just happen in Hollywood and New York. No, they happen in Louisiana. I'm from Shreveport, and they happen in Shreveport too. They happen everywhere. It's energy everywhere. But back to what I'm saying, just like Cat Williams, right? They tried to outcast him. Why did they try to outcast him? They tried to outcast him, I feel, because he wanted to do things his way, right? And one thing just from observing, one thing I realized about the powers that were, when you don't want to do things the way they want you to do it or comply, they would try to make your life a living hell. They would try to discredit you, make you look crazy, talk about you, slander your name, right? All why? Why would they do that? They do that because they know that you know what their secrets are, that you know the secrets about them and about what they've done and what they're doing, and that you know the truths. And in order to keep control of the narrative, they try to make you look or portray you to look a certain way, so that when you do come out with truths or secrets, their secrets, nobody's going to believe them, because they done set up the narrative so that you look crazy. You understand what I'm saying? That you look crazy, that you are crazy, right? And you're not credible. So whatever you say against me or against them, right? Nobody's going to believe you. Because one thing the powers that were know, that we pretty much believe what's put out there, right? A lot of times we don't even use our own minds, right? We just believe what's being said or being told to us. Never thinking like, maybe this person isn't crazy. Maybe this person is telling the truth. But no, we don't want to do that, right? Because we're walking around here like robots, believing every single thing that's being said to us. We always have. And it's just a time where use your own mind, right? It's just like somebody telling you something, and then you see for yourself that what they've said, it's like if somebody say, well, they're crazy, but you've talked to this person and you know that they're not crazy, right? You know it don't add up, but still people will go with the narrative that's been shown to them, not what they really know for themselves. But back to what I was saying. He knew the truth, and they wanted to control the narrative. And that's what they do. That's their way of getting rid of you, right? If we can make people believe that this person is crazy, then no matter what they do say about what they know, or what they've seen, what they've heard, what they've collected, nobody's going to believe it. But let me just say, that did work for a very long time, that tactic right there. But it's not working anymore. Why? And it's bigger than what you believe. The planet is rising in frequency, right? And because the planet is rising in frequency, those tactics and those people in the shadows, you know, the powers that were, they, and the things that they've done and how they've run this world, well, that's ending. Because as the frequency is rising on the planet, there's no room for that, for those tactics. There's no room for that darkness. See, the light is exposing the darkness. And those same people that they've outcasted, it's just like the saying, what's done in the dark will come to the light, and what you do for someone's bad will turn out for their good. That them same people, that same person, Cat, and many others, right? Many others, God is switching it now, where they're on top, right? They're on top now. And why is that scary for the powers that were? It's scary because they're on top now, and they know the secrets and they know the truths. And guess what? The powers that were cannot stop them from speaking their truths and whatever secrets that they want to reveal. That it can't be stopped because everything is being revealed, right? Where they had the power to stop you from saying what you want to say, right? They don't have that power anymore. They do not. Also, I feel like that's why a lot of people that are in the shadows, right? That's why they're afraid right now. Because they know that the frequency of the planet is rising, and they know what that means for them. It's over for them. That their reign on this earth is slowly ending. And I said this on a video before. It's slowly ending for them, and those that are the light are taking their spots or positions on this earth. You see, what I'm talking about right now, it's big. And even though it's not broadcast on television, of course it's not. It's supposed to stay in the shadows. Nobody's supposed to know. But they do know. And if you don't know, I'm telling you, that's what's going on right now. Right? Why do you think that you keep seeing people getting arrested, right, for the things that they've done for so long that they never got caught up? They never got caught up or caught for the things that they've done, right? And you may say, well, I know this person's been doing evil for the longest and they never got caught. Well, guess what? They're getting caught. And if they ain't got caught, they about to get caught. Everything that's done with ill intent, those them. God is shining a light on them. It's only a matter of time before they get busted. Okay. So like right now, it's like Pandora's box. All secrets and truths are coming out of this box. They believe that they can prevent this from happening, but it's already happening. They tried to stop it, but they can't stop it. See, that's how God makes you believe that you can do something. For so long, God will make you believe that you can do something, or that you prevented something, or you stopped something, or that you can stop something, or prevent something from happening, until you realize you can't. Until you realize that you never had the power that you thought you had all along. It was an illusion. Right? It was an illusion. And there's a lot of people walking around delusional and in illusions, thinking that they had some power that they never really ever had. You see, on a bigger picture, they don't want things to change. Because ruling this earth and keeping it in a low vibration, right? They thrive in that low vibration. See, darkness thrives in low vibrations, low frequency. And so the planet is rising more and more. That's why they're getting exposed, because ain't no place for them to hide now. There is no place for them to hide. And they know this. And that's why I say they don't want things to change. And when I say they don't want things to change, what I'm saying is that they don't want the frequency of the planet to rise. But guess what? It's an unstoppable thing. Nobody can stop it. That it was supposed to happen. And that's why it is happening. And it's happening because the planet is going back into its divine nature. Before man came and corrupted it. Now, this shift will bring all things to light. They believe that if they could use intimidation, fear, that they can control the narrative. That if they could control the narrative, that we would comply. What they don't understand is this shift is not based on a few individuals. And what I mean by that is that if we can control a set amount of people or individuals, then this shift won't happen. This shift is cosmic. You see, this shift is not just about one person or a few individuals. This shift is something that if you were to take a person and tie their hands and sew their mouth shut and they wouldn't be able to say anything or do anything or spread any light, guess what? The shift is still going to happen. It's not based on one person or a few individuals. No, it's cosmic. It's something that was meant and destined to take place. So if that be the case, then, and it's not an if, because that is the case, nobody can stop it. They believed that they were controlling the narrative. But if that be the case, and they really are powerful, then why is this shift happening? And why is this shift unstoppable? They cannot stop it with their false power. They are realizing, as I speak, that they never had any power. And so, also, the government. When we understand that the government has no power, that the government that we see on television, they're just the face. They're just the face. It's just like being the face of a brand, right? It's like you got a brand and you got a celebrity and you're using their face on your brand to increase your sales, right? That's all that the government is. It is a face that when you understand that there's a government or shadow people, whatever you want to call them, in the background, they are the puppeteers and the government are the puppets. And if the government are the puppets, then what does that make us? I'm going to let you fill in the blank. The ones that pretend that they are the leaders, they are not. They say and do what they're told to do. And it's just as simple as that. That just because it appears that they have power, they do not. That who's ever in the shadows, the powers that were in the shadows, that's where the power was coming from. They're the one, and they don't even have the power. But what I'm saying is, they're the one that makes the decisions. And then they use their face, to convey whatever it is that they desire. And I promise you, the ones that are the faces, they don't go against that. They won't go against those in the shadow. Because if they go against it, well, guess what? Then they out. And I also want to talk about something just a little bit more, I'm going to say a little mystical. Words. Words are spells. And you've probably heard that before. But when you understand that what you speak, what you say, carries energy. It's like literally, you have to be mindful of what you're saying. Like literally, you could be walking around just placing spells on each other. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know that when you use your words, you can create and you can destroy. But those in the shadows do. They know this. Like, the world is a very magical place. They know this. They know words are spells. It's like, let me just throw this out here. Have you ever been watching television? Now, me and my mom, we were watching television. I said something to my mom, like, I was talking about this commercial where it was always talking about, how expensive it is for your car, for if your parts go out on your car, how expensive it is to get them repaired, and they play the commercial every 10 minutes. And it's not a coincidence that my mom's car literally would not start. Mind you, my mom watches television a lot, and this commercial comes on a lot, and I noticed it. That's why I made a comment about it. See, words are spells. They use commercials casting spells. Right? They casting spells. They want your cars. I'm just using it as an example. They want your car to break down. That's why they keep showing the same commercial over and over and over. Just because it's a commercial doesn't mean that it's not carrying energy. They're speaking it, and it's coming on every 10 minutes. And when you know the words are spells, well, what you think gonna happen? Cars are going to fail. But and some people may disagree with that, but it's okay too. It's kind of like one of the things also where when you're watching television and they play the same. It's just like hearing seeing a commercial on television and they play it all the time and they got a little catchy song to it, and then next thing you know, you start singing the song along with the commercial. That's programming. Because they show it enough and show it so much that it gets into your mind. That's how you know the song or the little jingle. And next thing you know, whatever that commercial is about, just say for instance that the commercial is a lawyer and they got a little catchy jingle, and then you keep hearing the little jingle, right? Then guess what? If you do need a lawyer, more than likely that's who you're going to go to, because it's programming. But also, so that's what I'm saying. The shadows, the powers that were know these things, right? It's like literally people manipulating your mind without your knowledge, But those in the shadows know that there is a curse over humanity. But the planet is rising. And the spell is being broken over humanity. And the best thing about it is it can't be stopped. The planet is ascending and merging with the spiritual realm. How do I know this? The spiritual realm and the physical realm. Because we've always been taught that the spiritual realm is, it's up high, it's heavenly, it's above us. And I'm saying, no, it's not. The spiritual realm and the physical realm have merged together. When you think about the spiritual realm, you're thinking about the unseen. But now that the spiritual realm has merged with the physical realm, it is not unseen. That means that whatever was unseen, and it goes back to truths and hidden secrets, that whatever is in the spiritual realm you will be able to see. So if you see anomalies in the sky, that's because the spiritual realm and the physical realm have merged. And people all over the world are going to start to see more and more anomalies and objects in the sky. That's just what that is. Okay? And this, they're seeing, or you may be even been seeing things, anomalies in the sky, thinking like it's one thing, right? That it couldn't be uh, a UFO, or it couldn't be something supernatural. But it is. I believe that those anomalies were always there. Whatever you seen, it was always there. Veiled, right? Hidden. But as the frequency rises on the planet and the spiritual realm merges with the physical realm, or it has, well, now you can see what was always there. It's like the frequency of the planet was so low that if it was something unseen, we wouldn't see it, right? But now, as the frequency of the planet is growing or rising, the planet's getting lighter. And all the things that have always been around us, period, we will start to see. That's beautiful. And of course, they, the powers that were, we could try to come up with a narrative of why we are seeing these anomalies. Notice that in order to keep control of the narrative, like if everybody is seeing anomalies in the sky, the planet, the powers that were will come up with a narrative of why or what we're seeing or why we're seeing it, right? But trust me, they know the truth. They just don't want us to know the truth. And that's why they always try to control the narrative. Because if we don't really believe in the supernatural, right? It's just like when you see something on movies, the supernatural, then you get immune to it. You just think like, oh, it's just the movies, right? Nothing like that could happen or would happen. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, so when something does happen supernatural, you'll just, say, that wasn't nothing. That was just you know what I'm saying? And it's over. Then you don't even think about it anymore. That's what they want. So when you do see something, you can doubt your own mind, right? You would literally doubt your own eyes and what you're seeing. Manipulation. But more and more, the narratives that they're coming up with will hold less weight, right? Because they're scrambling now. They're scared right now because they know, as I said, that their time is ending. You see, they are panicking and scrambling now because they realize that the control that they thought they had was just an illusion. That's all that it is. It is an illusion. And if you have the eyes to see and the ears to hear, the mind to think, these words will awaken your soul. That you will realize that even if you don't understand what I've said, it might be because you have to grow more spiritually and raise your frequency higher. And when you do that, these words may resonate with you more. I hope that these words enlightened you. Thank you for listening to me. And if you like this video, give it a like, share it, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell if you'd like to be notified when I upload a new video. and have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.